This week, on our summer camp edition of Cash Rendezvous, if you think driving a homemade car down a hill at high speed sounds risky, we'll show you some video that just might prove you right.
Backpacking? No. I'll show you what the basketball team's up to this off-season.
You ever feel lost and alone in the woods when you don't have your cell phone? Or is that just me?
Is your nose bugging you? I'll let you know what pollens could be affecting it in weather.
All that and s'mores, this is Cash Rendezvous.
Welcome. We're so glad you're joining us on our special summer camp edition of Cash Rendezvous. I'm Amy Kobabe.
And I'm Kaylin Taylor. The 14-year-old girl who was shot in the head returned home last week after she spent 2 months in the hospital.
Everyone was so excited for Desiree Turner, or Des for short, to come home that she was escorted by police from Primary Children's Hospital in Salt Lake to Cache Valley. Turquoise and white balloons and streamers filled the street of Amalga, and welcome home signs brightened the street, despite the pouring rain. The entire town braved weather to welcome home Desiree Turner.
We're just happy to welcome her back in our community. So tears of joy. I've been crying all morning because I'm so happy for it.
Desiree was found in this ditch after police allege 2 teens shot her in the head. Desiree's childhood friend said it was scary when she heard Desiree was missing.
I couldn't talk. It was so surprised because she was the last person I would have ever thought of that would ever get lost or missing or something.
Or have this
and then
happen
we
too.
find out later at like 1 o'clock she was found at Skyview, and they said she was alive, and that was like the biggest relief for me.
You can find out more information about how to donate to Desiree Turner's fund on our Facebook page.
Well, Amy, do you feel like you might be a little bit addicted to social media?
Well, let me just check Twitter real quick and I'll let you know in a few minutes.
Well, if you feel like you might be a little addicted to social media, you're clearly not alone because, you know, as you see right here, so is Amy. Our Mark Rosa shows you how you can cut the cord.
This is Sarah Mozingo, a self-described social media addict. And she says her use of social media has begun to get in the way of the everyday aspects of her life.
Social media can definitely be distracting. Like when I'm trying to do homework and I end up on social media for like an hour, it can be a big time waster.
Sarah says she feels like she would be happier and more productive if she limited her social media time. But she just can't.
In terms of, you know, an individual person's quality of life, like right now, there's definitely situations where it's good to, you know, put it away.
But it's just like anything. It's like you've got a bowl of jelly beans, like you'll just keep eating one because they're always good. You don't really ever get sick of them, but you don't really feel so happy after you've eaten it all. You feel kind of like it's been too much. I think there's something like that. Like if with social media, if you could use it in smaller amounts spread out longer, I think people will actually like it more. It's just that's not how people are programmed. We're programmed to go after the immediate good thing.
But he only has 100 followers on Instagram.
Sarah says her problem is so bad, she even has the urge to check social media while driving.
Sometimes when I'm on the road and I find myself looking at social media, that's when I realize it's a problem.
Experts say that a truly happy, well-adjusted person constantly has interactions that social media just can't give.
One of a kind of strong predictor in terms of happiness, life satisfaction, is this idea of people that are able to have good quality time with other people. And it's not necessarily, you know, it's not quantity, it's quality time. People that are able to really sit down and have a nice interaction with somebody else. And people that have more of those kind of quality interactions with other people, they tend to be happier. And a part of that is not having social media be a part of the kind of the interaction with other people.
Experts say if you feel like you have a problem with the amount of time you spend on your phone, just put it down. Mark Rosa, Cash Rendezvous.
If you feel like you've got a problem with social media overuse, go ahead and follow the link on our social media page and find out the symptoms for what you can do to cut down.
Yeah, I feel like I see people all the time on campus on their phones. I know I do it when I get bored sometimes, so I think that's really good to kind of think about how we use it and if we're addicted.
Yeah, it's definitely something we could all probably use a little bit less.
Yeah.
When we come back,
I'll show you how I put together one of my favorite recipes.
and later in the show, we'll show you just how dangerous soapbox derbies can be.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day, more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net.
Enroll, we say. We want you to be okay. Enroll, we say. Take care, people, for goodness sake. There's a plan for every budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
Welcome back to our summer camp edition of Cash Rendezvous. I'm just getting ready to go out and do some fishing.
You look
this
pretty
spring.
excited.
Yeah, I really am. I hope it stops raining so I can get out and go.
Yeah, I'm excited for the summer too. I'm really excited for the food. I'm excited to go up to Bear Lake, have some raspberry shakes. I'm excited for some s'mores, and I'm excited for some tacos. I put together a video showing you how I make one of my favorite recipes. Crunchy taco cups are a great alternative to just your regular tacos, and they're really fun in the summer, great for parties, or just a fun summer meal. First, you're gonna wanna brown 1 pound of ground beef. Once you have your ground beef nice and browned, you're gonna add 1 packet of taco seasoning. Once you get all of this taco seasoning mixed in, we're gonna move it over and put it in a mixing bowl. Next, we're gonna add some salsa, and this isn't an exact science, so I'm gonna add about 3 just heaping spoonfuls, and we'll stir that in. So we've got 1 can of corn, and then 1 can of black beans. And you can use black beans, or you can use pinto beans. Mix this all together. So after you have that mixed in, you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 375. Next, just get a basic cupcake pan, and you're gonna spray a little bit of nonstick spray. Next, you're gonna want to get some wonton wrappers. Add your wonton wrappers into your cupcake pan. Next, you're gonna take your mixture and add about a spoonful and maybe a little bit more. You don't want them overflowing. Next, take some cheese and sprinkle just a bit over the top. If you like a lot of cheese, go for it. Take these and place them in the oven, and you're gonna wanna set your timer 11 to 13 minutes and keep a good watch on them because the edges do get golden brown. You're gonna wanna get them just at the right time. And they look pretty good, actually. I'm gonna take them out because we've got a good crispiness there. Once they're cool, just bring them out. Now we can dress these up however we want, and you can add anything you like. So sour cream, a little bit of cilantro on there, more salsa. Cheers! I know that you're a little skeptical, but those are good, Kaylin. I hope you give them a try.
Well, I wish you would have brought some for me to eat.
I might bring some tomorrow, actually. Maybe I will. You'll see then.
Perfect.
I'll prove you. Okay.
Well, the weather's warming up and hikers are getting out on the trails, but during the winter, hikers in Logan don't give up. Amy Kobabe went out on one trail this winter and discovered what people will find any way they can to play in the mountains.
Winter hiking mountain biking, and skiing. These people made the short drive from Logan and are using a volunteer-made trail.
So we have a pretty good grooming volunteer base, and so when that storm came in last week or a couple weeks ago, people are coming out trying to get the snowpack down early on and then strategically getting back and getting back and getting back.
And part of that packing down makes the trail perfect for skate skiing. Might not be the easiest walking in boots, but if you bring a pair of skis, this trail is actually made with lines in the snow so you can ski a little easier. According to these skiers and mountain bikers, there are a lot of benefits to playing outside, even when it's cold.
It's a nice lifestyle. It's a nice way to get fresh air.
This is a great way to get out, enjoy some exercise, take the dogs for a run.
And you'll be in bright blue sky, nice sun.
It's a great place to ski and bring the dogs, and it's really fun.
And it allows you to eat more food. If you spend 2 hours up there, then you can eat more.
That does look fun. I hope you thought that was fun.
You know, it does, but like I said before, I'm ready for that snow to be gone so that I can go fishing.
I agree. Well, the weather outside is still not great, though. We've got a lot of rain this week. Let's take a live look outside. This is just outside our building, and it looks like that rain has cleared up. When we come back, our Abby Lewis will have your Cache Valley weather report.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're gonna need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future. That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED. Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to our special summer camp edition of Cache Rendezvous. It looks a little windy out there on the A. Abby, is that going to stick around?
Yeah, it's going to continue to stay windy and rainy in the next week or so. If we go ahead and we'll take the national radar, I can show you exactly where those storms are coming from. So if you look, you'll see there are two big storms that we're really concerned about. First one that I'd like to point out is the one right here in the Mississippi River. Those yellow and red dots mean that there's a lot of big hail and some tornado warnings in that area. So if you know anybody or you're traveling to that area, I would make sure that you're prepared for that. The one that we're concerned about is up here in the Oregon area. There's a bunch of rain clusters up there that are going to pull this way throughout the next week and the week after that. So we're going to want to be prepared for that and be ready for a lot of rain. If we go ahead and we take a look at our state radar, I can show you the dark blue, and then there's a lot of light blue just kind of all over the Logan area and the Salt Lake area. What that means is that we're going to have a lot of rain and a lot of precipitation. Some of that rain is going to turn into some snow, so we need to be prepared for that, especially when we're driving, to make sure that we are clear for that and that we can be covered. If we go ahead and we look at our 7-day forecast, you can see that today there's a 100% chance of rain, and there's going to be some scattered thunderstorms. So be ready for some thunderstorms and be ready for that rain. If you go into tomorrow and Friday, you'll see that less rain and less percentages of rain, but because that means that those days it'll turn into snow. There's a possibility of snow and rain and probably a mixture of the two, so we need to be prepared for that. Moving on into the weekend, you'll see that the rain kind of slows down except for on Sunday. You'll see the sun's going to peek out quite a bit, and it's going to be partly cloudy over the weekend. So if you want to get out and see the sun, maybe even if it is just for a couple of seconds, be ready for that. It's also going to continue to rain through the weekend, and then on Tuesday you'll see some more scattered thunder showers. And then you'll see that the high for this week is going to be in the 50s, and that's going to be in the weekend when you'll see that sun peeking out. And the low is going to be the low 30s. Now, because the sun is going to be peeking out, there's going to be a lot of wind to make all of that pollen kind of jump up. And I'm going to show you kind of what pollen is going to be making the biggest difference to you right now. So you'll see that today the pollen count for trees is in the moderate range. So if your nose is bugging you just a little bit, that's probably what the factor is. But you'll also see in the grass and the ragweed, you'll see that they're in the low to almost none range. If we go over to today, or on Monday, if you go over to Monday, you'll see that there's a big difference because on Monday is after the sun comes out and those will grow just a little bit. You'll see that there's a high in the tree pollen count, so be ready for that, especially if you're like me and you have a lot of pollen issues. Those will move on. Now, if pollen comes with mosquitoes, so USU's biology professor, Scott Bernhardt, told me that because we've had such a rainy winter and spring, the pollen or the mosquito count will probably go up. Now that means you guys are going to need a lot of bug spray. Kaylin and Amy, do you guys have enough bug spray?
I think I need to get some. I hate getting bit by those spiders.
Me too. Well, thanks for the report, Abby. When we come back, if you think racing downhill in a car you made yourself sounds risky, this soapbox derby might just prove you right.
And we'll show you how.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach
likes
your
you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Welcome back to our summer camp edition of Cash Rendezvous. Let's talk about some basketball and what they might be doing during the summer. For them, it's not always sitting around and relaxing on the couch. I'll show you how the basketball team gets ready for next year's season inside of this building today.
Here we go.
At this level, everybody is bigger, stronger, faster. So I feel like that's something I've done since I came here.
It starts in here. So even though people aren't watching, we all have like self-motivation and we motivate each other to do well in here.
And you made. Here we go, Abel.
You know, deep squats kind of make me feel like I'm able to move a little better and probably jump better, and that's probably where it comes from.
Just when I first got here, I was kind of getting pushed around a little bit. So, it kind of came into my mind that, I need to start getting stronger or else you're not going to make a difference.
We gain a lot of weight and muscle to help sustain us through the long course of the season.
Coach Bishop got my legs right during my redshirt year and the off season, so I was able to be quick off the ground and contest shots at the rim, and it feels good. It feels great for me.
During the season, I was 5 times a week. They're usually 2 or 3. It's just constantly just grinding, but it's worth it in the long run. It's definitely a great atmosphere to be a part of. You'll hear us outside the weight room just kind of yelling and screaming, but we're all just trying to push each other to get better.
Yeah, we're about that life.
It might look like they're ready to go right now, but games don't start until November.
Thanks, Kaylin. We have Ben Nielsen here, and Ben, you went to a soapbox derby this weekend. What is soapbox derby racing? I don't exactly know.
Well, basically, I don't know what the soapbox part is necessarily, but it's just people build their own little go-karts out of wood or metal, and then they start at the top of the hill and they race down to the bottom of the hill, and whoever gets there first wins.
Cool. Well, let's take a look. Let's see what you got.
And they're off! With the blast of an air horn, the homemade cars slowly started down the asphalt. During the first race of the Derby, as one car started picking up speed, it also started to wobble.
He's in a small little silver aluminum can-looking car. All of a sudden, just veered right to the left, straight into the curb.
Oh! It was just such a quick turn that he just fell over.
Next thing you know, EMTs and everyone's coming through. Looked like his knee was pretty gashed up.
Paramedics loaded him into an ambulance. Even though he had minor injuries, it caused major change to the rest of the race.
I kind of wanted to race more, but parents don't want us to race anymore, so we're going home.
It's scary, and it makes you think things over, I guess.
The team that was racing against the team that crashed backed out, and then I think one other high school team.
The organizers also shortened the track.
This area right here was kind of a danger zone.
And added some safety barriers.
We put the tires on the side of the road afterwards in case of a car malfunctioning.
Soon, the racers were back on track. Some of these cars take a long time to build. Like this one was the result of 120 hours of work.
Ours is made out of steel. We welded it together. Countless hours designing and working on it.
They've been working on it for like a month. One of my sons designed it, then they built it, and then they kept improving it.
For Nicholas Sontag and Carson Wild, those hours paid off.
This name is temporary. In first place. I'm super happy that we won. We put a lot of time and effort into that car.
Ben Nielsen, Cash Rendezvous.
That looked pretty fun, Ben. Did you enjoy your time while you were being inside of that soapbox?
Yeah, I didn't have to race, luckily, so I didn't have any risk of crashing or anything. And that thing felt pretty sturdy, so I don't know. I thought it looked like something I would do. It looked pretty fun.
Minus the guy that got hurt.
Yeah, of course,
yeah, that did not look fun. When we come back, these team pilots can't even drive yet, but they're flying planes.
And these Aggies took an express flight to the past to find out what they found.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know. Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we've got Claire King here in the studio to tell us a little bit about some teenage girls who took the pilot seat.
Yeah, that's right. And learning to fly a plane is actually one of the most recent things that girls in the Cash Makers Club got to do. It's a club that exposes kids to STEM education. And I will show you how they teamed up with the Women in Aviation Club here at USU to teach young girls to not only the sky is the limit.
So excited! It was awesome.
I would definitely do it again.
Then we fly off the ground. Now we're flying.
You fly on airplanes to get to other places and stuff, but you've never really been the one flying it. And now you have a chance to do that, and you just feel up above everything.
Once we climb up, you're going to see that's about 8,000 feet. We'll be above that snow level.
We reached out to the Women in Aviation Club at USU and asked them, would you mentor girls and give them an experience about what it's like to be in aviation? It's been a great experience for these young ladies.
Got a nice view of the stadium right there with the new press box.
At first I was pretty nervous, but then once I got the hang of it and I noticed that it was not as hard as I thought, it was so much fun.
You know, Cash Makers presents these girls with all kinds of different opportunities to do things that we never would have considered.
Doing good? All right.
It's so crazy. Like, I still can't believe it in a way. I don't know. It's so amazing, surreal.
That's good to know.
So far, when I see the girls land and you just see the big smile and they jump out of that plane like they're in charge, you know it's been a hit.
Yeah, finally, I can fly. My dream came true.
If you'd like to get involved with Cash Makers, find the link on our Facebook page.
Speaking of flight, the USU flight team, the Flying Aggies, have to do fundraisers today for their competitions.
This weekend, they made raising money fun, vintage, and a little bit jazzy.
The Flying Aggies is doing a hanger hop.
Just super fun. It's upbeat.
Big band swing dance.
It's bouncy, and when you hear it, you just want to dance.
A lot of folks dressed up in period dress.
I love it. Everyone looks so classy. The scenery with the parachute, the airplane.
The
aircraft. This is a North American T-6 Texan. Any pilot who flew fighters in World War II trained in this airplane.
It's more than a dance, it's a connection with the people and the generation that were involved with this time period.
It's kind of like the USO tour.
When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway.
This era is when I should have been born.
It's an art form, really.
Dance is an interpretation of a song, and the song tells you what to do.
Nathaniel Atwood, the event coordinator, said because the Hanger Hop had such a great turnout, the Flying Aggies are planning on doing it again next year.
That looks really fun, and actually I went last year and it was fun, and they had a plane there too that year.
Yeah, I'm not very good at dancing, so I usually stay away from some of that stuff, but it did look like a good time.
It's probably a good call. Good call. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Cash Rendezvous. Cash all of our latest editions, including updates on stories on our Facebook page.
You can also get live updates on our Facebook and Instagram page.
We'll leave you with some bloopers from our amazing year.
Brigham in her class. Shows us exactly how it happened. Not exactly. We're gonna do that one more time. 2, 1. They say goat yoga? Hold on. Some take advantage of the label.